Coach Brown is very special to me. He's, to be honest with you, the closest thing that I've had in the last 20 years to a father figure, and that was someone that, as a guy that was raised by a single mom, something that's been very, very important to me. He gave me my start in coaching, and he taught me so much in the 2 years that I worked for him. So one of the reasons that we play this game is to get a chance to reunite with him and show him a level of appreciation. For teams like theirs, getting a chance to play Division I opponents is a good opportunity this time of year. They played Purdue a few days ago, and then they'll play us on Friday. So there's nobody that I would rather play or rather have the opportunity to be around. So it'll be great to see him. And for our guys, it'll be a terrific chance to finally get out in front of our fans in a regulation game, even though it's just an exhibition game. Yeah, we talk a lot about basketball and about our teams, and I probably take a lot more from him than he takes from me, but again, he's a terrific mentor of mine. I'm just really, really fortunate to be able to count him as a mentor, because as I said, I don't think there's anyone who does it better than him. We were able to talk at length yesterday about the scrimmage and about our teams, and he gave me a lot of good feedback on our team, and I tried to give him some feedback on his team. And we talk more about the mental side of the game and the psychology of coaching. The other thing he did, which was terrific, he spoke to our team after the game, after the scrimmage, and about 15, 20 minutes worth of thoughts on what we need to do to be better. We look at a lot, so it's not really just a couple, but most of the Ken Pomeroy stuff is very, very handy. He does a great job because it's all based on by possession as opposed to by game. We look at a lot of things that relate to our style of play, such as turnover percentage, how many turnovers we're able to force, per 100 possessions. We look at how well we're able to convert our steals. But, I mean, we have 18 game goals. They're all statistic-based. 12 of them are on defense, 6 of them are on offense. They're coming along well on the basketball side of things. The biggest adjustment is mental for those guys. I mean, it's so different than what they were doing last year at this time. It's just night and day, and it doesn't matter what program you come from. So that's been the biggest adjustment. The requirement to be at a very high level in terms of your focus every day in practice has been an adjustment. The emphasis on your response to mistakes, your response to adversity, your response to a guy you're playing against hitting a shot in your face, that's something that is a work in progress with those guys. They're 4 terrific young men, but they have a long way to go in that area. No question. They've never played defense the way that we want to play defense. And again, these guys come from good programs, but it's different, and the speed of the game is different. So you have to think, you have to adjust, you have to react quickly, and I give our older guys a lot of credit. They've learned that, pretty well. They have a ways to go still, but there's a big difference in practice between the older guys and the 4 freshmen. Yesterday in practice, I wanted to prove something to those guys, so sometimes we do things with four-man teams. So it'll be 3 groups of 4-man teams. So I put those 4 guys on a team by themselves, and I said, okay, you guys are about to get exposed. And we did a couple of defensive drills, and they got exposed because they're by themselves now. They don't have older guys to depend on. Fortunately, we don't have to play all 4 of those guys together in a game too much, but they're going to be really good. I mean, it's as good of a group of 4 guys in terms of a freshman class as we've had since I've been here. We've had officials in the practice about 4 or 5 times, and then as you mentioned, we've played those 2 scrimmages, one against ourselves and one against Florida. In the Florida game, at one point we were trying to set a record for most fouls in a 40-minute game. So we got a long way to go with that, Tim. You know, but with this time of year, we normally foul too much. But it's a fine line. It's just we want to be aggressive. We want to play hard. We want to close down our traps, and we do dedicate 2 guys to the ball. We just have to learn to do so without fouling. He must lead us in shot attempts. Maybe not every single game, but certainly over the long term, because one of the things we talk a lot about on our team is shot quality, and we grade every shot. Either it's a great shot, a good shot, an okay shot, or a bad shot. And he's the best guy on our team there is at converting great or good shots. You know, Melvin converts a lot of those when he gets open threes. But, you know, if you need a basket, obviously it's not rocket science. You don't need analytics to know that Travion Graham's the guy you want to shoot the ball. Well, so he's not coming off the bench right now, but Jaquan Lewis, I think you guys will see. I think he's going to take a big jump. He was arguably the best player on our team in the scrimmage against Florida on offense. He's got a ways to go on defense. Mo was the best player on defense by far. But Jaquan, I think you'll see. But he's not coming off the bench right now, obviously, with Bree being out, and you know we'll see what happens. I could see him maybe even continuing to start after Bree comes back. But what I'm trying to get those guys to really realize is that you know every day as a senior is this is your last November 4th, you know, in college. And, you know, next November 4th, you'll still be playing basketball or, you know, still be doing some good things, but it won't be in college, and it won't be as part of this team. So make the most of it, and I think those guys are doing a pretty good job so far. It's just hard. It's a long haul for a player, especially with the way the rules have changed. I like that we could start practice early just because with our guys, the way we practice and the way we play, they need some more off days, and we've been able to work those in. But even with that, in their mind, it's like we've been practicing for 4 weeks going into the Florida scrimmage, and they're just, man, I can't wait to play someone else. So that was certainly a welcome sight, you know, to play another opponent. And then now we'll get to play in front of our fans on Friday. That'll be good.